Hi, greetings to one Mona BINTI AZIZAN, and I'm Praveen Raj from DDT1B, and my matrix number is 01DDT22F at 1052. Okay, and the reason why I'm here today is to explain about my problem-based task 1. So firstly, I'll be giving explanation about question 1A, which is about the manual calculation for the operation, which is y equals to open bracket a plus b close bracket not c and divided with open bracket d e and close bracket minus f. So there are some numbers which is choose to complete the operation by manual calculation, which is a equals to 60, b equals to 80, and c equals to 20, and d equals to 14, and e equals to 15, and lastly f equals to 5. And the operation and the last after adding all these numbers into the operation, this would create an operation which is open bracket 60 plus 80 close bracket not 20 and divided with 14 or 5 and close bracket minus 5. So the first step to start with one portion which is writing the numbers into manual calculation and the manual steps. So let's go to the first part, which is switching the a plus b, which is 60 plus 80. Since the numbers are in decimal order, so we have to proceed to the hexadecimal. So let's look at the calculation. 16 dividing with 60, which is ending up at 312. So 12 is C. So the 60 decimal to hexadecimal is 3C. Next one is 16 divided with 80, which is ending up with 50 hexadecimal. So let's go to the second step. Okay, step 2. Let's go to the next step, which is not C is replaced with 20, and the 20 decimal is converted to the binary, which is not 0010100. And since they have not, we have to reserve the position which will end at 111, 01, and 011. And the final number has to be converted to hexadecimal, as I said, which is EB. So let's go to the step 3. Okay, let's go to the step 3. So let's go to the down portion, which is D or E replaced with 14 and 15, which is E or F in hexadecimal. So let's convert E and F to binary, which is E equals to 1110 and F 1111, which will end up at 110 or 111. And since we have the operation of OR, we have to multiply the both binary codes, which is will end up at 1111, and the final answer after converting 111 to hexadecimal is F. Okay, let's go to the first step, which is the fourth part is to first step multiply with the second step, which is 8C multiplied with EB. And let's look at the manual calculation, which is 8C multiplied with B, which will end at 604. Next is 8C multiplied with E0, which will end up at 7A80. And the final calculation for this step is 8C multiplied with EB and put 604 under the operation, and the 604 we have to add with another 780, which will end up at getting at 8084. And the fifth step is the step 3 minus with 5, which is F minus with 5. And the final answer has to be in hexadecimal. Okay, the last step of the manual calculation is step 4 divided with 5. So firstly, switch 8084 from the hexadecimal to decimal, which is 32,900, and A to hexadecimal to decimal is 10. So the last step is by dividing the operation, which is 32,900 divided by 10, which is 3290. So lastly, convert them to hexadecimal, which will end up as CDA. And that's all from me for this manual calculation, and I hope it's clear. And the next question 2 will be given explanation by my friend Sheikh Naufik. That's all from me. Thanks a lot for hearing. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum Puan. Assalamualaikum Puan Mona binti Azizan. I am Sheikh Naufik bin Muhammad Rafiq. Number matrix 01 DDT 22F1133. Today I will discuss the PBT question. Problem is task 1. The question that I will explain is the second question B. I read the question. Based on the figure 1, prepare a report in PDF format content of the following. The B question is program source code. I will explain about the program source code. I read the question. Y equals to A plus open bracket A plus B. Open bracket A plus B close bracket not C over open bracket D or E close bracket minus F. So we move on to the solution. So this is the solution that I solve it. First, we solve the upper first. It means this lah. We will focus to the this. So we must move the A value into the location D1. So the first step I start is move B hashtag 60, D1. It means I move the number 60 into the D1. D1 is a location, indicates the location. Second, I move the B's value into the D2, destination 2. So once I move the value, I add both of them and I write as add dot B D1 comma D2. So it means I add. After that, I move the C value into the third destination. So it means move dot B hashtag 20. It means the value of C into the destination 3, and I do the operation not B D3. In this do the operation in D3. Then I multiply. Then the next step is mulu dot W D2 comma D3. It means multiply D2 with D3. It means the data in D2 multiply with data in D3. The data in D2 is the value of the A plus B, and the value of the data in the destination 3, it means D3. The value of the D3 is not C. So we multiply both of them, and now we will move on to this equation. So the first we must do the D or E. So we must do so we have operation OR. So we must this is our operation, this is operation, this is operand. So we must move the value or input the value D and E into the one specific destination lah. So we move on to the solution. So the solution is move B hashtag 40 comma D40 D4. So it means I move the value D into the destination 4. So second, I do the same thing but value of E. So I move the value of E that is 15 into the destination 5. So after I move the two value, then I will continue with this operation. The operation is OR dot B D4 comma D5. After that, we move on to the F. This F. So for F, we must input the value of F into the one particular destination. So I move this move B hashtag 5 comma destination 6. It means I move the value of F into the destination 6. So now I will sub dot B D6 comma D5. Sub it means subtraction. It means minus lah. It means minus. The data in D6 will be data in D5 will be minus which D6. After we solve the operation in above and after that last we must divide divide the answer in above and so we must divu dot word. W it means word lah, the size of the data lah, size of data. D F comma D3 it means the data in D5 will be divided data in D3 will be divided by data in D5. So lastly we can so once we run the program, we can solve the solution. And then another one, the move after the move dot to it means this move dot mean B. So B is indicates the size of data, the size. So B it indicates the B is indicates the byte, and move dot W it means a word. And the last one is L, it means long word. So the byte is equal to the group of 8 bits. So that's all from me. Thanks. Thank you, one Mona.